guys, this is Dodoid. So a bit of a shorter video today. We'll be taking a look at this Northgate Computer Systems Omnikey 101 keyboard. Now if this just looks like a old dirty keyboard to you, it looked about the same to me when I found this in e-waste earlier this year. But check out the keys. Clicky. So I use a Model M for my day-to-day typing, and if you don't know, that's an older IBM keyboard. So I thought that this keyboard might be from around the same era, and that it's probably not worth anything, but, you know, a decent keyboard with some decent key switches. So when I published the e-waste video where I show this keyboard, some people pointed out to me that it's actually a reasonably valuable keyboard, and that it's, you know, actually somewhat sought after. So that renewed my interest in this thing, and I figure let's take a look over it and see what this thing is all about. So layout-wise, it's a very normal, sort of typical old keyboard. There's no key here, which keyboards didn't have until well after this thing came out. There's really nothing I'd say that's particularly strange about the layout. It looks, in fact, almost identical to my Model M. In fact, looking over there right now, I can't see a single key different, which is fine. This is a good layout. It's typical QWERTY, what you'd expect. One interesting thing about this keyboard is the little panel up here. It looks like it's just a logo plate, but if you pull on one edge, you'll realize it's actually hinged. Underneath there are some dip switches that can be used to configure the keyboard. Apparently this can change numerous things about the way it works, as well as changing it to numerous different types of computer, including apparently the Amiga, which I don't own to test it with, but I can test it with a PC, and I won't touch the way those are configured. So I'm by no means a keyboard expert, but let's try to talk about the keys. They feel reasonably good. They're definitely clicky and certainly audible. This is sort of one of those old-fashioned key switches. I believe the ones on this keyboard were made by Alps. So they certainly have a sound to them. The travel is a little bit less than on my Model M, but not by much, at least from what I can tell. And, yeah, it's not hard to tell where the activation point is. It's reasonably well put together. One thing I really like about it is that deck flex is really minimal. You can push on the keys and, you know, you have to really jam it hard before anything around it moves. In sort of everyday typing, even if you were hitting it really, really, really hard, nothing there is moving. This foot's coming a little bit loose, but you can see that the bottom of this thing is this really thick, heavy metal, and as a result, this thing probably weighs 4 or 5 times as much as sort of one of those cheap plasticky keyboards you'd get nowadays. There's also this sort of metallic feeling sticker in the middle that has some information about the keyboard. Apparently mine was serial number 1,077,089. The cord that this keyboard comes with is kind of strange. It's curly in the middle, which was seemingly popular among keyboard cords of the time, but the end has this adapter on it. This is a old PC keyboard underneath, and with a little adapter for PS2. And the other end of this cable is this connector. This plugs into the back of the keyboard, and interestingly, it's on this little 90-degree piece. So that was a brief look at the Northgate Computer Systems Omnikey 101 keyboard. If you did enjoy the video, then please do make sure to subscribe. We're still a very, very small channel, and it does help us grow. And until next time, bye.